Hey, it's A Helm Collector here. In today's video, we're taking a look at the 2-pound death card of Hans Schletzer. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. So right off the bat, we have a pretty interesting photo of Hans. It shows him from the waist up, which is a bit unusual because normally on death cards, it's like a studio photo, so it's usually like shoulder up or neck up. But anyway, moving to the actual text. In memory of the deceased, Hans Schletzer, an Obergefreiter in an Infantry Regiment, who died at the age of 28 on July 13th, 1941, in the fighting in the East, while loyally fulfilling his duty for his fatherland. He took part in the campaigns in Poland and France. And I was actually able to find a casualty record for Hans. He was born on July 5th, 1913 in Tirschenreuth and was a member of the 4th Company of Infantry Regiment 20, motorized, part of the 10th Infantry Division. And one of the interesting things about the 20th Infantry Regiment is that each of the different companies was actually bearing the honorific of an older Imperial German unit. So the 4th Company that he was a part of was actually holding the honors of the 23rd Royal Bavarian Infantry Regiment, which was King Ferdinand of the Bulgarians. So they were kind of like carrying on that military honor from an earlier era. And Hans himself would actually be killed by a headshot at Siderovici in Belarus. I do actually have a unit history for the 10th Infantry Division. If I zoom out here. Die Geschichte der 10th Infantry Division by August Schmidt. And what's interesting is if I open up this book here, we can actually see that just days before Hans' death, his unit had actually just crossed the Dnieper, as we'd see here on July 10th and 11th of 1941. And we know from his casualty record he died at Siderovici, and there it is right there. So that's literally their bridgehead, and it would be severely attacked by the Soviets trying to push them back over the Dnieper. In fact, we can actually see this is a picture of the pontoon bridge that they would have been crossing upon, give you an idea of the terrain. Now, it did translate. There was one paragraph in particular that kind of dealt with what was happening after July 10th and 11th. And it says thusly, "It would take too long to describe the fighting of the next few days in detail. There were fierce battles against newly arrived Soviet troops, the 172nd Rifle Division. The demands of these forest battles on the courage, foresight, and bravery of the individual fighters were enormous. Oberleutnant Treffer of the 20th Infantry Regiment Motorized distinguished himself on July 13th in the battle for Grudinovka through outstanding bravery and determination, so much so that he was awarded the Knight's Cross, the Iron Cross. Unfortunately, he was not able to receive this high award as he was killed a few days later." So, even though we don't have anything specific for Hans here, his regiment specifically gets mentioned in the heavy fighting that's going on the days after, as the 172nd Soviet Rifle Division is trying to push them back across the Dnieper. And it seems that Hans, as well as this Oberleutnant that was mentioned, will be killed during that fighting. Now, I do actually have 4 cards for other members of the 10th Infantry Division. Fritz Kreilinger was a Feldwebel in the 4th Company of Infantry Regiment 20 and would die of an illness in Germany on May 20th, 1939, so actually before the war even started. Johann Greimel, who was a Gefreiter in the 5th Company of Infantry Regiment 85, would die in Tolignon, France on June 9th, 1940. Franz Vess was a Gefreiter in the 3rd Company of Pioneer Battalion 10, and would die at Riga, Latvia on July 8th, 1942. And Heinrich Josef Harings was a Feldwebel and Zugführer in the 11th Company of Grenadier Regiment 41 and was killed by a gunshot to the lung at Belika, Ukraine on September 30th, 1943. So moving to the bottom of the card here. "My brave hero, you are no longer alive. Your place in our circle is empty. You no longer give us your hand. Death tore the beautiful bond. My Jesus, mercy, Mother of love, pain, and mercy, pray for him. Sacred Heart of Jesus, have mercy on him." And on the back of the card here, we have, "You will be sad, but your sadness will be turned into joy." So yeah, overall, pretty interesting card. It's always nice when we have the unit history that we're able to go to and get some extra information. And in this case, yeah, kind of a look at the bitter fighting that was going on the Dnieper at the time. So yeah, overall, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Love hearing from you. Thank you all for watching. Happy collecting, and I will see you all again very soon.